What's up, guys? My hair's a little crazy, but it's another D&D weekly update video for you. I know I've been saying this a lot lately, but it's the truth. We don't have a lot of news. We had a couple of articles. There's a big shift in the D&D Twitch channel, so that may interest you. A new mini launch, and last couple days of our contest, which I'll go through all of that in just a sec, so stay tuned. Alright, so let's go through your official news from D&D. What do we got? So, if you guys were familiar, earlier last year, kind of around the summer, I believe, there was Force Grey Giant Hunters, was what it was called. But they've shortened it now to just Force Grey. But this was a pre-recorded stream run through official Dungeons & Dragons channels, DM'd by Matt Mercer of Critical Role and voiceover fame, and the players are various I guess celebrities would be the best way to describe it. Famous people of all different shapes and sizes. So, that happened. They completed that. Great. Now, they are doing a Season 2 of Force Grey. This time taking place in Chult. These are short, usually short, around 8 episode or so video series. They're heavily edited. Well, I guess they're not heavily edited, but they are edited. They run about a half an hour in length or so. And they're sort of like I guess the best way I would describe them as like an intro into the universe. So we saw an intro into Storm King's Thunder. This is going to be our intro into Chult and the Tomb of Annihilation storyline to kind of give you guys a little bit of a primer. So, different than last time where it was pre-recorded and released on YouTube on the Nerdist channel, I believe. This is now pre-recorded and going to be released on the Dungeons & Dragons Twitch account. And, unfortunately, to get access to it, from what I can tell, you need to be subscribed to the Dungeons & Dragons Twitch channel. If you are, then you get access to it. If you're not, I think it's cordoned off. I'm not entirely sure, but that's, from my reading, that's what it seems like. So it's going to be Mondays at 5 p.m. Pacific, so that's going to be starting, I guess by the time you're watching this today, the 31st of July is day 1. So, we've got a little bit of primer on all of the people involved and their characters. So we have Matt Mercer, he's the DM. We have Joe Manganiello, he's playing Arkin, which you've seen possibly in the Celebra D&D. But this Dragonborn Oathbreaker Paladin of Tiamat, and he has a Manticore. We have Deborah Woll. You may recognize her if you're fans of True Blood, or more recently, she's been in Daredevil and seems like she's going to be in the Punisher Netflix series. She's playing Jamila, a human barbarian. I believe she was in the live show that they did. Dylan Sprouse, I'm pretty sure you guys know who he is, but, you know, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody and Big Daddy and things like that. But more recently, he opened his own meadery called Allwise. Didn't know that. He plays D&D with his buddies between shifts. He also runs homebrew campaigns and has a Twitch stream called Pug Crawl. He's playing Tyrell Tall Guy, a Furball Druid. He definitely debuted in the live show. I'm going to try and say this, but I'm probably going to mess it up. I think it's Utkarsh and Budakar, I believe is how you say his name. He plays Hitch, who's a human rogue. We saw him in Season 1. He was one of the main characters of Season 1. And then Brian Posehn is playing Calliope, the half-elf bard. Calliope, also a character from Season 1 that kind of came in towards the end there. So we're losing some of the other people that we did have. And then, again, you can preview or watch any of Season 1 episodes right here. So again, as with all of my D&D update videos, there will be a link in the description if you want to see any of the pages that I'm going through here. So, we have this. Now, this is where they played Storm King's Thunder. So now we have Force Grey Season 2 on their Twitch, Mondays at 5 p.m. I personally haven't read Ready Player One. I've been getting yelled at a lot by folks for not reading it. I have it on audiobook. I just have to take the time to listen to it. But, Ready Player One is on the horizon, coming out soon. Apparently there's a lot of D&D love in it, to the point where Wizards of the Coast posted on their own website about it. So this is kind of a conversation back and forth with Ernest Cline, who looks, I'm guessing, to be the author of Ready Player One. So we've got some back and forth. And, you know, this is just an interview. Favorite Saturday morning cartoon was Dungeons and Dragons, of course. It's an interesting cartoon if you haven't seen it. So Deborah Ann Woll of Daredevil fame and, you know, True Blood, and also now Force Grey, is on the most recent episode of Dragon Talk. And the lore you should know is on the Society of Stalwart Adventurers. I feel like I know where they're from in the realms, but it just escapes me. But either way, and then so we can see we've got Deborah Ann Woll, and then, you know, Shelley and Greg are doing their usual thing. It doesn't say who the lore you should know is with, but there you go. And so here is the D&D Twitch schedule right now. If I just wanted to put this up here, this is the D&D Twitch page. So you can see Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Here is their breakdown, at least for the fall. There was talks of a new piece being potentially another internal D&D content stream being added. We don't know when that's going to be. Gotta say, though, from a personal perspective, if you can be like one of these other channels, not only do you get to stream it on your channel, but it's also streamed on the D&D channel, which is super great exposure for you. And not to say that that's something that in this video you guys are going to just go out and do, but like, good on D&D for helping to spread the name. And I was just listening to, which we'll talk about in a second, the Fireside Chat with Nathan Stewart, where he was talking about how they're trying to go for diversity on a lot of these videos. So some are much longer, lengthy streams, unedited 3-hour things. Some are shorter, 15, 30-minute bites, like Girls, Guts, Glory, or the way Force Grey is going to be. So, things like that. Like Maze Arcana, as you can see, is one of the... Maze Arcana and Acquisitions Incorporated are some of the longer stretches. It's like 3 hours, whereas Girls, Guts, Glory is in here for an hour, but that includes Q&A, things like that. So, we've got our chat rules. We can subscribe to the D&D chat. There is a bunch of emotes that they added. So if you have Twitch Prime, as a reminder, you can always subscribe to things for free, and it will get you additional things, and there's multiple tiers for subs. But if we go to their videos, this was 3 days ago here, this Fireside Chat with Nathan Stewart, who's kind of the lead, I guess the head, or however you want to say, of Dungeons and Dragons. I got about a half an hour in, and I just didn't get a chance because I forgot that it happened, to be honest with you, so I didn't get to catch it live. So basically what I got from the beginning is they're trying to get feedback from the Twitch community, because they're sort of slow to Twitch, as it were. I mean, they only got D&D as the name. They were Wizards_D&D for a long time, and now they're officially D&D. They're verified. It took a little while for them to really fully break out into Twitch. And I don't know, maybe this is like a weird hipster thing, but I sort of liked the way it used to be, where it was like D&D on Twitch was like a not known thing. It happened once a year for their extra live streams. And that was basically it. Like, you had a 24-hour stream when Tyranny of Dragons was out. They did a 48-hour one of the Out of the Abyss series, and I just used to have a blast watching those. Granted, don't get me wrong, spreading knowledge of D&D and everything to the masses is a great thing. It brings more people to the game, and I love that. But it was just sort of like a cult little thing, and I thought it was kind of cool. But yeah, this Fireside Chat, from what I've read or listened to so far, is basically them reaching out to folks, saying, like, trying to get a feel for what are we doing, what do you guys like, what don't you like, what can we change to make things better in the future, taking questions from the chat, and kind of, yeah, there was a talk about adding a lore you should know, like, full segment on the D&D schedule, although I do feel like that would take a huge chunk out of Dragon Talk, but something of that nature they're thinking about possibly adding in, or what else they could do in the future, and things like that. So it's worth your time. It's only an hour. If D&D is something you're as interested in as I am, this may be a thing you want to check out. Okay, Icons of the Realm, Tomb of Annihilation starter mini packs and bricks and case incentives. are out. I don't know the official date for launch, but they are available at the very least in your friendly local game store, as I picked up a brick and the case incentive. And if you search back a little bit in the YouTube, a couple videos prior to this one, I did a full unboxing of said brick and case incentive. As I typically do, I did it with my wife, and we each grabbed 4 boxes, unbox them, and we let you guys pick who you think got the cooler set of minis, and the loser has to take the other one out to dinner. So if you guys want to jump in on that, and from the way it's looking like, I'm going to be treating dinner again, but you guys can go and check that out. They also do, I will say, that the Tomb of Annihilation, the individual minis, not the case incentive, but they come with Neverwinter codes. Problem being, I got 8, I did a brick, I got my 8 minis, and 3 of these codes just didn't work. So I don't know if that, if duplicates don't work or not, or maybe these won't work on mine, but they'll work on somebody else's, but just be mindful of that. And then again, the case incentive is Tombs and Traps. It is all specific kind of stuff that'll be useful in Tomb of Annihilation. Okay, and lastly, we have 22 hours left, probably even less by the time you see this video, of our ongoing July big contest. I decided to make July the big month. It's my birthday month, and therefore I think it's the best month, so I made it all about giveaways and things here on the channel. Not only did we do a giveaway every single stream, we also have this big giveaway that's still ongoing, so it's not too late for you guys to sign up. And due to some generosity and some flubs on my part, we now have 3 prizes. So you can see here we have the first prize is an Elderwood Academy spellbook. This one you see right here. This was provided by the folks at Elderwood Academy. We have these combat and condition cards provided by the folks at Crit Games. And then lastly, the third prize is a set of Icons of the Realms Epic Level Starter Minis, which was a mistake because I accidentally pre-ordered 2, purchased both, and then I didn't have a need for a second set, so I'm doing the giveaway for you guys. Again, this link will be in the description. All you have to do is log in, and then you can enter to win. You just have to follow us on a couple of social medias. It's not like subscriptions or anything where you need to pay. Just follow us on a couple of social medias, gets you access to the contest, and then once you hit the mandatory things, there's a whole bunch of other ways you can visit Elderwood Academy, Crit Games, all of our stuff, other social medias. Each one is an additional entry. If you refer any friends via your link, that's an additional entry, and if you do decide to be so gracious as to give us a Twitch subscription, or, as we talked about, use your free Amazon Prime sub to drop it on us, that's an extra 10 entries into this contest. So keep that in mind. But yeah, that runs till 11:59 p.m. here on the 31st of July. That's Eastern Time. So as long as you get in any time before that, you'll be entered into the contest. Tuesday, I will draw the winners, and then Tuesday on our live stream, I will announce who won at the start of the stream. And then I will get those guys' information, and then I will mail said prizes. It's also open to international applicants, so by all means, go ahead and do that. Yeah, again, feel free to enter if you want to. We're hoping to be doing more cool giveaways like this in the future, although you never know what'll happen. That's pretty much it, guys. Like I said, not a ton of news, especially on the official D&D front. More on the kind of the side front, like icon, WizKids doing the Icons of the Realms minis. I will also say that if you haven't yet, you may want to check your local game store for the reprints of the official spell cards by the folks at Gale Force 9. It seems like, again, we talked about it earlier, that they were getting those in stock and shipping like a preset out to local game stores, while the freight shipment is making its way overseas to the Gale Force 9 headquarters, where they will then be restocking them on the website and things like that. But I did notice them when I went to my local game store. They had a handful for all of the different classes, so if that's something you've been waiting for, you may want to check your local game store, as they're going to probably be there before they're going to be available online. So, yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. As I said, not a whole lot of news. There's a couple videos above me here. There's been a lot of new videos hitting the channel. And thank you guys. We broke 700 followers on Twitch. But yeah, you'll see up above me, there's videos for DM's Guild Spotlight video for a cool thing called Bulletstorm, all about bullets, the D&D monster, pretty neat. And yeah, again, there'll just be a video right above me that's kind of the final update to the contest, to our giveaway. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you next time.